Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Replit Creates Week in Review, number 3. Today, we have a very large cast of characters that I'm very excited to have. I want everyone to introduce themselves. These are people from the Replit team, and we're all gonna see what you made this week, and I'm really looking forward to it. Cecilia, do you want
I'm so sorry.
do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Cecilia Zaniti. I run the business development at Replit, and I am so excited about this community and to see the creative. And I just unplugged my Alexa. I am obviously super into software and tech, and you all are the next gen. I used to work at Amazon on Alexa, where I sometimes judge competitions for Alexa skills. So sort of similar. So excited to be here. Thank you.
Yay. Ian,
Hi.
joining us again.
Yeah, I'm returning for the third part of the trilogy. I'm a recurring character, and I have had a wonderful week looking at all the community submissions. Not making as much as I had in the first week, but I am just being inspired by everyone's coding this week.
Awesome. Aman?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. My name's Aman. I'm part of the design team, product designer at Replit. And yeah, really excited to see what everyone's made this week. I'm a new character here, first time on the stage, but yeah, super pumped to see what everyone made.
Brittany?
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry for the weird background. I'm getting my car serviced right now. So the beauty of I can do Replit wherever I need to, so I can code anywhere. This is my first time being a part of the review, and I'm super pumped to see what people have created. And I work with educational partnerships, so anything with teaching and learning and education is where you'll find me working.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to have all of you here. And we've got some awesome REPLs this week. And as always, if you have not already gotten in touch with me and you want to share your REPL during this session, we have a couple of options. One is that you can actually join our stream and be on the screen with all of us and walk us through what's going on in your REPL. You can send a link to your REPL in the chat and I will pull it up, and then you can respond to messages in the chat. Or maybe not for right now, but next time you can send me a pre-recorded video if you're in school or something. I know a lot of the people who participate in Replit Creates have started school already, so they can't make this time, but we're still showing off their work. So we have a lot of options, and we want to make sure that everyone can share their work in the way that they want to. So without further ado, I would love to play this very, very amazing video that I received from a girl who's teaching herself how to use scatterplot or how to code a scatterplot, and she was very excited about it. And this personally made my week. So let me share my screen. Okay, can everyone see that? Let's make sure we can hear it.
My name is Samhita, and my username is MathWizard. For Tuesday's Replit Create, which was to learn a new skill, I learned how to make a scatter plot. Learning how to chart data into plots is important for data science and data analytics. The Replit tutorial on scatter plots gave me an insight into how to plot data. This easy tutorial uses PyPlot. Now, let's go into what this program shows. The program takes longitudes and latitudes of many cities in the United States from a text file. Then, this data is plotted on the screen as a scatter plot. What do we see? The map of the United States. Here we have Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and the contiguous United States. Now, let us see what we can do with this program. Let's go over to San Francisco. It is somewhere in the northern part of California. If we hover over San Francisco, we see longitude and latitudes of San Francisco as X and Y coordinates at the bottom right corner. A cool feature of this program is that the states change color every time you run the program. One time, California could be purple. The next time you run it, it could be blue. What if we want to save this file? No problem. Just go to Files, then click on the first image, Scatterplot without text. Now you can save it to your device. The next image, Scatterplot with text, has the different parts of the United States labeled. You can also save this image. If we run this program again, and while this is warming up, it's generating the plot with 300,000 points right now. That's why it could take some time. Okay, so we see it has changed color. This is green. Let's see, Texas is light green. Puerto Rico is purple. And now, let's go back to Scatterplot without text. We can see it has updated as well. How about Scatterplot with text? Yep, it's updated as well. To learn how to make a scatter plot, I used Replit's tutorials, which made it very easy to learn. I also added my own code on top of Replit's examples. There are a variety of tutorials to choose from, but I chose this one because it's related to data science, which I want to explore. Don't forget to check out my other projects. Thank you.
So I think everyone needs to follow Smath Wizard because this is so impressive.
It's amazing.
And the prompt for this day was teach yourself a new skill. And it was amazing to see, people were teaching themselves these scatter plot things. People were teaching themselves new programming languages. It was really, really, really awesome to see people using the Replit tutorials and just teaching themselves a new skill. So I loved that one.
What was the username of the user that made that?
I'll put
So
it in
people
the
can
chat.
follow her.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Smath Wizard.
She was so confident as well with presenting her work. That was fantastic.
I know. It was amazing.
Setting a high bar.
Yes, I think future data scientist, data engineer. She even said that's what she wants to study. So she's off to a great start for sure.
Yeah, I agree. So inspiring. Before we get into a few others, did anyone else have a favorite REPL this week that they want to show?
I do. If I can jump in, it's just
Let's see.
It's a little one that I spotted on the day for something buggy, and I had it on in the background as I was doing other work, and it's just so relaxing. So it's bugs that crisscross the screen repeatedly, and it's by a user called QWERTY15, which I think used to be one of my passwords. I'm going to drop it into. I'll drop it into a private chat, or Ornella, so that you can.
Yeah, I can pop it on screen.
Pop it on. But if I share my screen, and I'll just pick the buggy one. So hopefully it'll come up in a second.
Yeah, there you are.
But I love little animations like this.
Ooh.
And if you leave it for long enough, it can get quite hypnotic. But it reminds me of something like the sort of itch.io games, when you had to sort of circle smaller bugs. So this could turn into a game. It seems to speed up when you move the mouse over it as well. But I loved that. And it was basically because it just sort of hypnotized me as I went through my day. And
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fun. I liked
That's
how different people interpreted buggy too.
Yeah.
That was kind of the point. I was thinking about that when we made that prompt, but yeah, some people had literal bugs. Some people wrote really interesting buggy code. Like I saw this one where basically there was a Python error and you had to guess what the error was or something like that. Or just something that no matter what you typed in, it would always give you an error. That was like me learning to code in college, I feel like. I know we're gonna have one live presenter today, so let me just chat with them. But I also have a few others to show. And this one is actually, so today's prompt is colorful. Unfortunately, it's spelled the US way, and someone definitely sent me a screenshot of them correcting it to the UK version, which I always appreciate. But this one I thought also fit today's prompt, but this was for teach yourself a new skill, because this person did not know JavaScript Canvas and they learned by making this. I think this is awesome. Wait, I'm gonna do it in the full screen. Hold on.
I recognize this user. This user posts a new thing every day, and yeah, they are growing as a programmer every time I see something new.
Yeah, I love this one. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and then you draw stars, and it will start drawing them, and you can draw them faster. You have to appreciate the extra exclamation point with each velocity increase. It's the little details, you know. And then you can also clear the canvas to do it again, and you can download the canvas if you want a little photo of it. And I actually included a little GIF of this in today's prompt tweet because I thought it was such a nice, colorful example. Very fun. I wonder how these flowers are made. We can see.
I want those colors. Those are so beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
this
aren't
is
they
really
good?
like, I think that was the really taking the prompt. Like, and it reminds me of also of my Matisse that I have in the background, which makes me happy, even though it's been my streaming background since COVID. It makes me happy. Great job. Really
Yeah, I love
beautiful. I want the primitive. I want the daisies. So gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go fork that one myself too. I love all the creativity. I know that's like the whole point of this month, but to really let people know that programming is not just numbers and data. Like, it can be so artistic. So I am totally gonna go and do this myself. Those colors are so relaxing.
Can you drop the
I just-
link to it? I want to go use it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
That's the thing though, Brittany. It's like even though the first one that was shown today was numbers and data, it still made beautiful pictures.
Yeah, no, Medea in England, just beautiful. And they changed their Replit profile too to be a beautiful rainbow with those daisies. So wow, I love this.
So this one, we're talking about it not being math. We're talking about it being creative, but I'm seeing a lot of math functions in how they implemented this, which is also something that really surprises me. I think when we get into these creative projects and look at the code, a lot of the way that you generate randomness or generate like really beautiful photo or images is through math, like floor functions and like random functions, and that always surprises me, but I love it. You never know when the distance formula is going to come in handy.
Yeah, I see a pie in there as well. It'd be cool to have it come out as different shapes as well. Like I think right now it's random across the screen. Definitely going to try remixing this and setting up. Maybe the entire thing can make a flower or something like that. That'd be cool. And also, yes, good job adding the U in colorful. As a Canadian, I appreciate the spelling.
Yeah. Okay, love that one. So we have this other a creator named Nathan who actually did the workshop in week 1, if you got a chance to see that one. He's really awesome with generative art and uses like P5. It's amazing to watch. But he made this quite simple little ruffle that really made me smile this week. So I wanted to share that one. And this is the Watermelon API. So Watermelon as a service. And it will programmatically generate images of watermelon. And I don't know, I'm just a watermelon girl, so this is very nice for me.
I love the watermelon as a service, WAS. Like there's PAS and SAS and IAS. I have not heard of WAS, so nice work.
Yes, I love that. It makes me think my daughter is obsessed with eating watermelon. I have to like strip her down, take off her shirt. She's little. So like I just think of her with the watermelon, and it's very like summery, and I love the colors in the background. Yeah, this one's fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show her this and see if she tries to eat the computer screen.
Yes, she probably would. Watermelon is like her life.
Love the someone pointing out the random distribution of seeds. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so I think the color of the background as well as the way that the seeds are here. Let's see it again. Yeah, you never know where how many seeds you're gonna get in each watermelon slice.
That's great. We should use something like this on Replit, like for some of our illustrations, have them like randomly generate different versions. This is awesome.
That's a good idea.
Just ever so slightly different.
Ian, I think you have a fan in the audience.
I see.
This is your
yeah.
student.
It's one of my students. I hope Brendan has entered Repl Creates. I'm going to go and find his account. I'm going to bring some of his work on the screen soon.
Wow. I wish I had fans in the chat. Mr. Simpson crushing it as usual. Okay, I have one more that I really liked this week, and this week had some really abstract prompts. One of them was big, which doesn't really leaves a lot to the imagination, I would say. And it was really interesting to see what people created. So this was one of my favorites from that day. This was another one of those that I feel like I could just watch forever.
Wow.
It's like a lava lamp. This is brilliant.
Right?
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. I'm ashamed to say how long I watched this.
I love that. So relaxing. It definitely gives me like sunset vibes.
It reminds me of Cloudflare, the DNS server. They use lava lamps to generate randomness in order to have security keys. So it has like, I wonder if then you could use it for security. Wow. I want to try this in blue and see if it would give me a different feeling.
Let me see if we could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's this built? It's very cool.
I don't know. Let's see.
Kind of reminds me of like planets as well.
Yes.
Solar system, just planets
It's
going.
got just the right pace of the
Yeah.
ball coming through.
I wonder if we can do like a random color.
Someone in the comments.
Try colors for the theme. They've got the comments in there explaining how to do it.
Yes, oh, that's great. Someone in the comments said it makes them want to eat an orange. Makes sense.
Theme orange. So could you go in and do theme blue?
Oh yeah, here.
Yeah, so here we have the
Wow. This is cool.
is there a light blue?
With no dash, I think there might be light blue.
Nice.
Wow.
Was it flipped? Like, was it like this? I don't remember.
I think so. I think that would make the contrast with the.
Look at that. This is cool.
Yeah, it's cool that it's in pure CSS actually.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
interesting.
was just thinking that too. I was not expecting it to be so simple for someone like me. Like I was, like Brandon was saying, I was thinking P5JS too.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
All right, let's run it. Oh my goodness, that is marvelous.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. I'm so zen.
This is wonderful. I think we should play this at our at Replit. We have a all hands meeting called Weekly Wins, and it's super high energy, which is lovely. But I also feel like the moment of zen would be like just wonderful.
We have the creator in the audience. This is made by Nullmetry. So shout out to Nullmetry for this one. We love it.
Brilliant work.
Love it. Love how easy it is to change the color. Look at that. Now it's blue.
Yeah, you should make this a template and
Yeah.
just add where the colors get changed. And I think you'll have a lot of people using this to generate some soothing images.
I'm definitely going to fork this and try and change the shapes.
It's beautiful. I might make it my background for my website. I wonder if I can figure out how to do that.
This could be your new sort of backdrop.
Oh yeah. I'm doing it. I'm done. I wonder. So how would I do that? Would I record a screen GIF, or like, is there a way? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that. You could just
something like that
in the website view and do a little screen recording and then set that as your background.
I see David's in the chat. He's going to green screen himself all over it.
I saw that. That would be pretty epic. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, if I was in a meeting with you and this was your background, I'm not sure I would pay attention to a single thing you were saying.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm doing it. I'm gonna try it. We got demos today, and I'm gonna try it. Thank you to Nullmetry, or maybe Nornell. You probably should as a to highlight this incredible week of creation. Like this is like, and the prompt was just color, and they came up with this beautiful thing.
But the prompt was big for this one, which I feel like is like such a good like example of how creative people are with the prompts. Like when you look at this, you definitely think big, but like there's also so much going on. I don't know. I just love it. It's so simple, but it was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like how the perspective, like the ball becomes smaller too. I think that's with the transform scale there. It shows like it starts out big, and then I guess it like goes off into the background, which is nice.
Yeah. I lost this one. There's one I really wanted to show. So we have an awesome person on our team here at Replit named Ian, who's actually doing the workshop next week. So you should join because he makes really, really awesome stuff. And I wanted to show off one that he made this week. Here it is. So one of the prompts was to turn something into nothing. And people also got really, really creative with this one. And I want to show everyone what Ian made.
And just to clarify, we have 2 Ians on our team. So I think Arnell is talking about
Oh, sorry. The
not the Ian that's here
He's
right
not
now,
here.
but our other Ian. Yeah.
Let me restart it. Isn't this one amazing?
That's really cool. I'm showing my age, but it reminds me of like the start of renting DVDs and copyright warnings at the start. But I love that.
Yeah, I thought this one was so creative. So if you want to learn how to make really cool stuff, definitely come to the workshop next week with Ian. I think the title of his workshop is Happy Accidents with Code. So it's going to be a good time for sure.
I think definitely that's the best way to learn how to code, is just hacking things and making mistakes.
The level of abstraction here too is just like to because if you're not looking, like if you're just sort of leaning back, it just looks like white on the screen, and then you sort of lean in and you see that it's the word something, and it's just this amazing Easter egg. I read something that like the designers of Slack, the chat software, just wanted like delightful Easter eggs, and that's what this reminds me of.
It's like putting Replit in delightful mode.
Yes. Really fantastic.
Can we have that mode?
And it's truly like, I mean, they literally just are writing the word something. Like it's pretty like a simple concept overall. Like I think if I would probably overthink this prompt, but they just were like, hey, let's make nothing with the word. I love it. Yeah. And it's also relaxing to look at. Be cool with different colors too.
Yeah. The other really, really relaxing one that Ian made this week was for the buggy prompt. And this one is kind of wild. I'll show it. Like, I feel like this is my brain getting a massage.
Kind of reminds me of like an X-ray.
Yeah, or like,
but like cooler.
This definitely has some math in it.
Yeah.
It's like a
Is the pattern different every time, or is it repeating? Like, is it cycling through multiple, or because they don't look the same at all?
No, I think they are different. We can check
That's so
that.
cool. Yes, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, Rahith in the chat says it looks like a sine wave. I totally agree. Also looks like the cave game, when you were flying through the cave.
Let's see what we're working with here. I like to get into the code and see what's going on. I also feel like this is like one of the best ways to learn from people during Replit Creates, is to just go into their code. Like if you see something that you think is really cool, just go in the code and figure out what they're doing and see how you can remix it. Sneak preview of next week's prompt, by the way.
Yeah, that's a sine wave with some noise being added to it. So it looks like it is generating randomly. Let's see. Actually, maybe. Well, I don't know if it's random actually, but it's definitely being generated as we go.
It's what we can actually change this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I want to see what happens.
It's so cool how easy it is to just go in and make it your own and change it, especially for learning. It's just so great. I love it.
Ooh. Okay, so this is when we set it to 100. Larger equals slower.
Amazing. And you could make, you know what you could do? You could make like, if you were doing a movie or something about medical, like this reminds me of medical, or if you wanted to do like an AI talking, like this could like be the video of it. Wow.
This is something else that David could be green screen projected in front of for his next video.
Done. Look at that. I also see like you could also have an activity where it's almost like a Rorschach blob. Like, what are you seeing from this? I'm seeing shark teeth because my kid is obsessed with sharks.
Okay, we have a very special guest joining us in the stream. We have Tech Panda Pro, who's my new friend that I collaborated with a few weeks ago on our refrigerator magnet raffle. And Tech Panda Pro is going to show us a raffle that honestly kind of went viral on Replit this week. It was pretty exciting. Cecilia, are you hitting the road? See you. Thanks for being.
I turned into a pumpkin, but what a lovely way to go into the day. Like, I literally, thank you. This made my day.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here with us.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay. So, Tech Panda Pro, do you want to share your screen and then it will come up in a different tab and I can put it on the screen? I wonder if they can hear me. Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Oh, it must have taken a second because I already was unmuted. All right. I'm trying to share my screen here.
Yay. So which prompt was this?
This prompt was turn something into nothing. And like you said, for some reason, everyone seemed to have loved it because like it's the top thing on trending right now, which is just like amazing. So, thanks to everyone who's, viewing it and everything. Can you see it?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so what this repel does is it quite literally turns something into nothing. So if you choose a file, you shouldn't be able to see this, I don't think. But if I choose a file, so I just chose this, and the first thing you'll notice is it kind of starts to make it look all funky. And like really what you'll start to notice is it's kind of like pixelating it, right? And then before you know it, it's like so pixelated you just can't see anything. So then it's basically just nothing. So your image has successfully turned into nothing. Congratulations. Yeah.
This is awesome.
That's really clever. I love that.
I love that. At first, I thought it was my eyes because sometimes, when you look at your computer for too long, you're like, whoa, things are looking blurry. So for a second, I was like, wait, are my eyes deceiving me? But no, it's actually supposed to be doing that. That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm so glad everyone was enjoying it.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about how you made it?
Let me see here if I can.
Was this something that you already knew? Like okay, let's start from the beginning. When you started brainstorming for this prompt, how did that go?
So I am kind of behind with the prompts because I'm taking too long on them. So I kind of had longer to think about this. But when I did think of the idea, because I wasn't really sure what to do, but then I was like, well, I can literally turn something into nothing. Because I know that sounds like it's the exact same thing, but it's kind of like because you're not really thinking literally turn something on the page into nothing. And then I was like, oh, the user can, upload something maybe, and it just turns into nothing. I briefly considered just making it like fade out or something, but that just seemed too simple for me. And I was like, oh, pixelated would be kind of cool. Someone commented like, oh yeah, it's kind of like that scratch effect. For those of you who have used Scratch, you know how there's the pixelate effect. I don't know if any of you have used Scratch, but anyways.
So how did you go about building it?
So what it does, I have to refresh my memory briefly as well. So what it does is so first you upload an image, right? When you first visit the page, you click choose file, and then it pops up the thing. And then it draws that onto an HTML canvas, but it draws it smaller than the original. So it draws it at 500, which is set up here, 500 by 500. And then it just slowly shrinks it every 50 milliseconds. It shrinks it by not 1 pixel. Every 50 milliseconds, it shrinks the image on the canvas. But then what happens is then it gets enlarged again. The way the CSS does it, it gets enlarged again. So what happens, like if you look here in the developer tools.
Yeah, I need to see it again.
Ignore here you can see the image rendering is set to pixelated in the CSS. So if that was turned off, it wouldn't have that pixely effect. But since it is, it's scaling it up. And you can actually see the thing changing in inspect. You can see little the space 64 URL because the canvas is getting turned into that and then set the source of the image, if that makes sense. I don't know if I explained that good.
You did. That was a really good explanation. Well done.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of how it works. Yeah.
I was looking at the JavaScript. I mean, it's only 90 lines of code. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I think the CSS, how long? I feel like the CSS was like the same length. Oh, not quite. Yeah, and I also tried to support light and dark theme, like, how your computer has native light and dark theme. So things like that take up extra lines, but yeah.
That's so cool. I think, I feel like, to Ian's point, it's amazing how you can write just like a little bit of code that does something really cool and that people really enjoy. Like this is has been such a joyful experience for people on Replit this week, as evidenced by literally everyone running it. And has anyone forked it yet? I wonder if...
Yes, there are actually more forks than there are, what are they called? Hearts, loves. Let me get
Interesting.
People aren't sharing the love.
But the thing is, none of them are really changed. They're all just forks. Like the description and everything's the same. Oh, actually, I take it back on the number being more than. That was as of yesterday. But like all of these are exactly the same. There's like one that's different, which I kind of appreciated. There was, I don't know where it is, but one of these, the person removed the text, like, how it has this text, which I thought that was kind of cool because, yeah, it does kind of cover it up. So I think it's cool that they took the time to fork and remove it. Yeah. The appreciation is just crazy. Like, I keep getting emails because I have my phone set to get email notifications. It's like the entire day, I just kept getting spam. Like, it's one of those things where you wake up and your phone just, like, blows up, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's so awesome. We love seeing creators get the hype they deserve on Replit. So this is really exciting. Is there anything else you made this week that you want to share?
I didn't make anything else this week yet because, again, I'm kind of behind. But am I allowed to share previous weeks?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Because there's one. I remember in one of the reviews, Lena had mentioned that one of the repels kind of reminded her of MASH. And she was like,
yeah.
oh, that's
Wait,
something
did you
someone can
make
do.
it? No way.
Perhaps. I haven't published it to the. Actually, I should do that right now. I already uploaded the icon and everything. There you go. Now it's on community.
Oh my god, she's gonna be so stoked about this. I can't wait to send it to her.
Okay, so so MASH, for those of you who don't know, and by the way, I had to look this up because I had never even heard of it. I was like, what in the world is MASH? But then I looked it up and I was like, oh, this fits the prompt, because the prompt was tell someone their fortune. And so I was like, oh, I'll make that. So for those of you who don't know, MASH is a game where you can predict your future. MASH stands for mansion, apartment, shack, and house. And even if you're not familiar with it, I tried to make this fairly easy to understand. So we'll see. So you can edit these. Are there any that you would like me to do? These are just typical ones from what I've seen, but are there any ones you guys have?
Oh my god, this really takes me back.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it.
My friends trying to marry Ryan Reynolds, like Brittany, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just agreeing. It takes me back for sure to elementary school, and we'd do like the little pieces of paper fortune things that you have.
I
Like
learned
the four
they were called
squares.
hootie catchers. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I have heard that. Yeah. Or we do it on the paper, but I haven't heard anybody talk about MASH in a long time. So
I've never
brings
heard of
back
MASH.
all the memories.
This is new.
This is like what we used to play at sleepovers.
Yes. Oh, somebody else is asking what is
I'm asking what's MASH. Okay, so I feel like this didn't age well, to be honest. But
No.
basically, in my generation, when we were kids, we would literally like rip a piece of paper out of our little notebook at like the sleepover or the lunch table, and we would play this game. So basically, you pick the categories like are up on the screen, and then you would write like 4 options for each one. I think we just need to do it so that people can see how it works. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's think of some funny. I feel like for number of kids, it was always like 1, 3,000.
Yeah.
0. Yeah, it was either like all or nothing. Yeah.
Can we fill them in?
Are you happy with so you can change the categories? So that's the first step, is to select the categories. Are you happy with these, or are there any?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are good. Yeah.
So what do you want to put for, let's just start with the first one. So what do you want to put for spouse? So we need 4 of each.
Okay, who is everyone's celebrity crush?
And this has been recorded.
I feel like when I was playing this game, my celebrity crush was probably like what's his name? Taylor Lautner from Twilight.
Okay, how do you spell that? Because
we can just put L. It's fine.
L. Okay. Okay, so 3 more.
Aman, you're thinking hard.
I'm really trying to think of someone.
I'll go. I would absolutely love to marry Winona Ryder.
Should I just abbreviate that? I have no clue how to spell any of these.
You could just do a W.
All right.
For the first one. I loved the movies Step Up and She's the Man, and they had Channing Tatum, so I'll go with that.
We can put a C.
So put a C, yeah.
I feel like when we used to play this, we'd always pick someone who's like extremely rich. Like when we used to play, it would be Bill Gates, but maybe now it could be like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. I'll let you pick one of the two.
It's got to be Jeff.
Yeah. All right, Jeff Bezos.
Okay, Jay. Nice. Okay, for number of kids, it's definitely like 0, 1, 3,000, and like 25.
Yeah, crazy numbers. Okay, car.
Car.
I mean, I rock a minivan and I love it, but I know some people would not like that as their car. So
I feel like when I was a kid, I would probably put like Lamborghini or something.
We got BMW in the
But
chat.
it says BMW.
and then do we need like a
we need-
rundown, beat up
Like
something?
a fire truck.
Like a beat- yeah, fire truck. Yeah, like that.
I feel like the jobs were similar. It would be like CEO, fireman, firefighter.
Replit.
And then like
Replit.
like trash man. Yes, trash man or janitor or something. Although trash
Why were we
sanitation
the
is
worst when we
embarrassing.
were kids?
All right, see what happens next.
Okay, so this
Alright.
is the setup stage.
All right, so now what you do, and again, realize I just looked up how you typically do this. And what seems to be kind of the consensus among all the people is that you draw a spiral. And
oh my God.
you use the spiral for the number of things. So it's gonna draw a spiral, and then someone needs to tell me when to stop. Who wants to
This
tell me
is
when to
so
stop?
accurate. It's crazy.
Totally is. I was thinking about the spiral piece on the paper, and then yeah, I love it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so someone tell me when to stop whenever.
Aman, say
you
stop.
want to.
Stop.
Okay, so now it draws a line, and however many intersections there are, which are 5, is like the number you use. For those of you who already played this, you'll know what I mean, but
Yeah.
for those of you who haven't, it's just kind of like the magical number to figure out which things are selected.
I'm learning so much here.
This is like amazing. I can't stress it enough. I mean, Lena and I are just going to be playing this today instead of doing work.
No work, yeah.
Yeah, Ian, you're not alone, though. I've never heard of this either before, like a week ago.
Thank you.
Or
You
however
make me
long.
feel better now.
Okay, so now I just click tell me my future, and then it's just going to do the rest. So, we'll actually have to click let's go. So since the spiral 9 had 5 intersections, it's going to strike out every 5th option, beginning with the letters of MASH. And whichever ones are left will be your, supposed future. So it's going to start, and you can see 5, 1,
Love
2,
that
3,
animation.
4, 5, 1,
Oh
2,
my
3, 4.
God.
That's really cool.
I love it. It's just like what I did in elementary school, but on the computer now. I love it. You kept so much of the integrity of it.
Yeah, like even having like the lined paper in the back.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes, yes.
This
Animation is
this
really
might
good here.
yeah, this might now be your most played Ripple.
Yeah. All right, we got 25 kids.
Yes.
And
Ruffler.
we're a
Yes,
Repler.
we're Repplers.
We're
And
marrying
you've got Jeff.
Fire truck,
That's great.
living in a
we need
shack.
We need a fire truck. We do need the fire truck for all the kids.
This is amazing.
We'll have to live in the fire truck because we have a shack for our house. So
Yes.
put some of the kids in the fire truck.
Yeah, I think fire trucks are very helpful for repellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. This is my favorite today, absolutely. And you just published it.
Yeah. I figured if I published it early, someone might see it, and I wanted to show you guys today. So
Oh my God. This is honestly amazing. Thank you. This made my day.
It's
I
made my- yeah.
I
made my
feel
week.
like just like how accurate it is. Like this spiral thing just like put me over the edge.
Takes me back.
my one
Brian,
piece of feedback would be if you can make the spiral thing happen also on top of a lined sheet of paper.
Oh,
That
that
would-
would be cool.
That would really be like the cherry on top, but like it's already.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. I might have to go and change that now.
Yeah, because like usually we would like
Mhm.
put the paper over and do the little spiral, and
Yeah.
then
It would also be really cool if on this page you could download your image, like your final
Oh,
image,
that would be
and
great.
send that to your friends.
That would be mildly difficult because this
Yeah.
isn't a canvas, though. This is just an
Right.
HTML element, which you can't really convert to an image. But I could like draw it on the canvas, though, and then download that.
I just took a screenshot for now.
Yeah, I was going to say we could just screen grab, but
Yeah.
that's version 2.
Yeah.
I need to take one. This is amazing.
I love the chat. Why would a Repler need a fire engine? And then Dylan BO7 said to cool down Repls that are on fire. I love it.
Well, yeah, the question's not why would you, it's why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So true. So true. The best thing about this game too is that it just like completely doesn't make sense. Like I would assume that if I married Jeff Bezos, I probably wouldn't need to live in a shack, but like that's fine.
You'd live in the mountain.
Tech Panda Pro, thank you so much. You really brought us all a lot of joy today, and I'll be thinking about this for a while. Thanks so much for joining the stream. We love having you, and I'm excited to see what else you build at the end of the month. I don't know if anything can outdo this.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Awesome. Wow. Okay. Well, I feel like we need to just end there because that was everything I ever wanted. What was everyone's favorite today? Just really quick.
Oh wow. That's hard.
I really like the first one that was that made the map from all the data points. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to be reading that code after this.
Yeah. I was going to say the map as well because I made something like that before and I remember how hard it was for me to do it. And I was using R, I think. But that one was great. And I really like the big with like the circles and the animation.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely mixing that one right after this.
Yeah, the circle, the orange that we turned blue, I think is my favorite. And it didn't seem too overly complicated. So people that are more of a novice coder could probably do something really cool with that. I'm definitely going to fork that one. I think I'm going to make it my background, my cover image too.
Everyone's going to be really confused in our all hands when everyone has this like orb as their background.
Yep. It's happening.
Or the spiral from MASH.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank everyone so much for joining. This was really fun. And we'll see you back here at the same time next week for week 4, week in review. And yeah, just as a reminder, next Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, we'll have Ian of today's fame, not Mr. Simpson, show us how to make happy accidents with code. So we're excited for all of that coming up next week. See everyone later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.